There were 45 Sierra, turn right.
This morning we're going from John 2, Nashville, Tennessee to 204, which is Garrett County, Maryland. We're going to go back to the lake and check in and make sure everything's okay. Then we're going to head to Cleveland, Indianapolis, back to Cleveland next week. And so we'll probably make those separate videos, but right now we're taxiing to runway 2. We'll record the takeoff. Okay, we've been cleared runway 2, straight out to 3,000. IFR departure today. It's overcast at 1,600 and 3,200. And there goes Big Hawk and some birds. There's always wildlife here. And we're slowly looking for our map.
Johnson, traffic, helicopter 7989 Hotel. It's right base and final for...
And we're looking for 77 knots. And we got it. And we're up. And John 2 traffic, Cirrus 33 Whiskey Romeo is upwind runway 2, final call, eastbound departure. And Nashville departure, Cirrus 33 Whiskey Romeo is just out of 1,000 for 3,000.
33 Whiskey Romeo, Nashville approach, ident, Nashville number 3019er.
3019er we ident, and we're runway heading.
3 Whiskey Romeo, you are radar contact 2 miles north of the John 2 Airport. Climate maintain 11,000.
Okay, up to 11,000 for 33 Whiskey Romeo.
8 Foxtrot Echo, turn
692, climb maintain 15,000.
This last one checking on.
There goes Nashville, but it's in the clouds.
Papa is 7,000 feet with Yankee.
So, okay, we broke out above the clouds and it's clear above. Put just a little bit of de-ice fluid on. It's a beautiful day for winter flying. The wind was very light coming out of John 2 at 4 knots, and we're getting wind at 259 at 22 knots now. In the climb, we're doing 160 knots of ground speed. And we're just out at 10.5 for 11,000, and we are on a heading that's just about got us direct to Gulf 4. So at this time, we're going to go ahead and level out at 11,000, and then we'll set up for cruise, and then we'll come back to you. Okay, we're here at 11,000, 11,000. We're still doing well. Our airspeed's dropped off a little bit, but we're getting 188 over the ground, 172 a true. And our weather at Garrett County is still holding the same, about 140 at 8 knots. So we've gone ahead and we've loaded the RNAV 9 approach, which we don't get an opportunity to run much there. So we're going to go ahead and do that on the way in. We'll get back to you on that. Oh, it's beautiful out. Okay, we're just under an hour out there. You'll see it says 59 minutes and so we're still 11,000. And the wind's lightened up a little bit. It's been down as low as 11 as a tailwind, 11 knots, but it's hovering about 16. So we're doing 183 out of the ground and 170 true airspeed. When you get bored in here and it's just calm and nice like this, we've got XM radio on dial, so we either look to listen to CNBC or the highway or something like that. But it's going well, and it's breaking up a bit, so I think we're still going to stick with, because we get this layer that's going on. The weather here is still 150. At 7 knots, we'll get a little right quartering crosswind and broken at 2,300. Okay, quick check-in again. We're about 148 miles out. We just got switched to Indy Center, and we went ahead and requested direct pinnock, which is the initial approach fix on the RNAV 9. And so that will get us right over to here. And that way we don't have to mess around and wait for Clarksburg approach to do that for us at a lower altitude, because we still have this layer here. So anytime we could kind of cut that corner and get set up early, I'm all for it. But okay, we just got our clearance from Clarksburg to descend out of 11,000 to 8,000. We're direct pinnock still. And we're cleared for the RNAV 9. We'll get a couple more step downs. As you can tell, it's couple of layers here. On the next rad, it's actually showing that we've got a little snow, but from flying in here enough, it's nothing major. We may get a little icing, but it's showing at Garrett County that this ceiling is breaking up a bit. So we technically could probably get the visual, but better the safe than sorry just to have the RNAV loaded up and just go ahead and proceed in that way. And it's pretty unique to get the RNAV 9 into Garrett County because it's usually winds out of the west wailing and usually between 20 to gusting to 28 knots and variable between 320 to 240, something like that. Usually it's just all over the place because you're literally landing right on the top of the mountain. The field elevation is 2,933 feet. Our final approach altitude is going to be 3,400 and our decision altitude is going to be 3,180. We've got those loaded.
At 161 turn.
We're back in between layers and we've gone down to about 52% power.
Alpha with you 3,500 VFR.
It's 24 degrees outside, so we're trying to get these cylinder temperatures back up a bit.
3018. 79er Alpha.
And I'm going to go ahead and throw the first notch of flaps in, which will give us 50%.
Clarksville approach, Clarksville altimeter 3018.
3018, 3 Whiskey Victor is just off Fairmont en route Charleston, 2,500.
TGL.
And we're coming up on our right turn now to go direct Zabzo, which is our final approach fix that will put us at a 5 mile final, not 4, but 5 mile final. The wind is 210 at 18 here, so it's got to give out here someplace. That's typical up here.
Sierra 3 Whiskey Romeo, you still IMC conditions?
Yeah, we're just, looks like when we get to 4,000, we'll be below this layer.
Sierra 3 Whiskey Romeo, roger. No traffic there between you and Oakland Garrett. For cancellation of IFR, this frequency or on the ground through flight service. Radar service terminated, frequency change approved.
Okay, we'll go over to CTAF, and when we get her in sight, we'll come back and cancel. And Garrett County traffic, Cirrus 33 Whiskey Romeo's inbound on the RNAV 9 approach. We're 10 mile final. Okay, we got to put a little bit back in. We're at our 4,500. We've got 4 miles to Zabzo, and that is going to be where we pick up the actual glide path.
Oakland, Garrett County Airport. Automated weather observation. 1736 Zulu weather. Wind 140 at 6. Visibility 10. Ceiling 2,300. Broken 3,000. Broken. Temperature -3 Celsius. Dew point -5. Altimeter 3008.
Okay, it's still reporting the same winds, and we should actually be broken out. So when you add the airport elevation plus the broken layer together, that gets us at about 5,300 feet. So it probably won't be long before we grab the glide path here and we break out. We're 110 on the airspeed, and we're going to break that down just a little bit now. We've got half a mile to Zabzo, and Garrett County traffic, Cirrus 33 Whiskey Romeo's established and inbound on the RNAV 9, 5 mile final, full stop, runway 9. Okay, we got the field in sight. We'll go ahead and cancel. And Clarksburg, Cirrus 33 Whiskey Romeo.
Cirrus 3 Whiskey Romeo, Clarksburg.
Yep, we've got Garrett County in sight. We can go ahead and cancel with you.
Cirrus 3 Whiskey Romeo, IFR, cancellation received, squawk VFR, frequency change approved. Have a good day.
Okay, thank you, sir. And Garrett County traffic, Cirrus 33 Whiskey Romeo is a 3 mile final. And our wind is still showing 202 at 13. Doing good on the airspeed. We're 95. You can see we're actually quartering into that. I go ahead and drop my last notch of flaps. We'll get 500 here any minute. .207 at 16, it says, for the wind.
500.
There's our 500 call out. We've got full rich, and we've got 100% flaps. And we're established. Our airspeed is right on the dot. We're at 85 knots. The wind is now circling around to 190.
Airspeed.
And that's what happens. That's the great thing about this Cirrus. Got a little downdraft and or updraft, and the airspeed went away.
Minimums.
And it calls out to make sure you don't forget. Got some left rudder in. The wind now is 150 at 10, so it did zip right around once we got down below those mountains over to the left. Transitioner looking down the field. Ground effect is in full effect. And I dropped out too much power, but we're down. Still had a little quartering tailwind.
Where are